Pale moonlight is filtering through the room, uncovering the heavy, silent gloom. An empty glass sits lonely on the stand, cold like the final touch of your quiet hand. The yellow street lamps cast a hazy ring of all the songs we used to softly sing. But the clock is ticking slower on the wall, tracing out the shadows in the hall. So I'll walk through autumn's last breath tonight, letting go of everything we couldn't quite make right. It's a gentle kind of hurting, a slow and steady ache, just watching how a fragile heart can softly learn to break. I will let the cold wind clear my head and leave the heaviest of words unsaid. Nighttime's cold whisper echoes down the street, where our old promises began to retreat. Your favorite jacket is still on the chair, but there is no warmth left lingering in the air. I try to find the words to let you go, but the silence is the only thing I know. But the clock is ticking slower on the wall, tracing out the shadows in the hall. So I'll walk through autumn's last breath tonight, letting go of everything we couldn't quite make right. It's a gentle kind of hurting, a slow and steady ache, just watching how a fragile heart can softly learn to break. I will let the cold wind clear my head and leave the heaviest of words unsaid. behind the dusty window of my room. The twilight fades into a quiet gloom. An empty glass sits silent on the stand, cold like the final touch of your quiet hand. The winter wind is starting to rise, blowing under heavy graying skies. But the clock is ticking slower on the wall, tracing out the shadows in the hall. So I walk through these shadows on the dust, letting go of things we used to trust. It's a gentle kind of breaking, quiet sigh under the heavy weight of an indigo sky. I will let the cold air clear my mind and leave the broken dreams behind. Stars across the empty night, staring at the fading purple light. Your favorite wool coat is still by the door, casting a lonely shape upon the floor. Nobody whispers your name here anymore, yet I still listen closely to the door. But the clock is ticking slower on the wall, tracing out the shadows in the hall. So I walk through these shadows on the dust, letting go of things we used to trust. It's a gentle kind of breaking, quiet sigh under the weight of an indigo sky. I will let the cold air clear my mind and leave the broken dreams behind. Shadows on dust, chasing them stars, letting you go. Waiting alone beneath the fading light, I watch the final traces of the night. The yellow street lamps cast a hazy ring of all the songs we used to softly sing. and empty glasses sitting on the stand, cold like the final touch of your quiet hand. But the clock is ticking slower on the wall, tracing out the shadows in the hall. So I'll walk through this gray winter morning, leaving all the memories without a warning. It's a gentle kind of hurting, a slow and steady ache, just watching how a fragile heart can softly learn to break. I will let the cold wind clear my mind and leave the heavy memories behind. Hearth left cold across the empty room. We slowly surrender to the heavy gloom. Your favorite jacket is still on the chair, but there is no warmth left lingering in the air. I try to find words to let you go, but the silence is the only thing I know. But the clock is ticking slower on the wall, tracing out the shadows in the hall. So I'll walk through this gray winter morning, leaving all the memories without a warning. It's a gentle kind of hurting, a slow and steady ache, just watching how a fragile heart can softly learn to break. I will let the cold wind clear my mind and leave the heavy memories behind. Gray winter morning, heart left cold, letting you go. Deep in the quiet of this frozen room, the silver moonlight yields to the gloom. An empty glass, it's silent on the stand, cold like the final touch of your quiet hand. The winter wind is starting to rise, blowing under heavy graying skies. But the clock is ticking slower on the wall, tracing out the shadows in watch the shadows on the pale frozen glass, waiting for this heavy winter night to pass. It's a gentle kind of breaking, a quiet sigh, under the weight of an indigo sky. Broken dreams behind. Under faded stars across the empty street, where our old promises began to retreat. Your favorite jacket is still on the chair, but there is no warmth left lingering in the air. Try to find the words to let you go, but the silence is the only thing I know. But the clock is ticking slower on the wall, tracing out the shadows in the hall. So I watch the shadows on the pale frozen glass, waiting for this heavy winter night to pass. It's a gentle kind of breaking, a quiet sigh, under the weight of an indigo sky. I will let the cold air clear my mind, and leave the broken dreams behind. Pale frozen glass, under faded stars, letting you go. Watching the cold rain run down the pane, tracing the patterns of a quiet pain. An empty glass is sitting on the stand, beside the old keys we held in our hand. The neon sign is casting purple light, drowning out the coldness of the night. But the clock is ticking slower on the wall, tracing out the shadows in the hall. So I'll just watch the rain on concrete fall, letting go of everything we can't recall. It's a gentle kind of hurting, a slow and steady ache, just watching how a fragile heart can softly learn to break. I will let the cold wind clear my mind, and leave the heavy memories behind. walking past the places we would meet, on the quiet, wet and empty street. Your favorite wool coat is by the door, casting a lonely shape upon the floor. Nobody whispers your name here anymore, yet I still listen closely to the door. But the clock is ticking slower on the wall, tracing out the shadows in the hall. So I'll just watch the rain on concrete fall, letting go of everything we can recall. It's a gentle kind of hurting, a slow and steady ache, just watching how a fragile heart can softly learn to break. I will let the cold wind clear my mind and leave the heavy memories behind. Rain on concrete, quiet rain tonight, letting you go. Inside the shadow of a closing door, I watch the final sunlight leave the floor. A half-empty glass sits silent on the stand, beside the letter written by your hand. The winter wind is starting to arise, blowing under quiet graying skies. But the clock is ticking slower on the wall, tracing out the shadows in the hall. So I'll just watch the fading golden hours depart, letting go of everything we couldn't chart. It's a gentle kind of break in a quiet sigh, under the weight of an indigo sky. Cool air clear my mind and leave the broken dreams behind. Resting in dust, learning to let go of things we would trust. Your favorite wool coat is still by the door, casting a lonely shape upon the floor. Nobody whispers your name anymore, yet I still listen closely to the door. But the clock is ticking slower on the wall, tracing out the shadows in the hall. So I'll just watch the fading golden hours depart, letting go of everything we couldn't chart. It's a gentle kind of breaking quiet sigh, under the weight of an indigo sky. I will let Searching for patterns in the falling rain, drowning the whispers of a silent pain. A flickering neon sign is casting purple light, drowning out the coldness of the quiet night. An empty glass is sitting on the stand, cold like the final touch of your quiet hand. But the clock is ticking slower on the wall, tracing out the shadows in the hall. So I walk through these shadows of the rain, letting go of everything that brings us pain. It's a gentle kind of hurting, a slow and steady ache, just watching how a fragile heart can softly learn to break. I will let the cold wind clear my head and leave the heaviest of words unsaid. Chasing pale glow across the empty street, where our old promises began to retreat. Your favorite jacket is still on the chair, but there is no warmth left lingering in the air. I try to find the words to let you go, but the silence is the only thing I know. But the clock is ticking slower on the wall, tracing out the shadows in the hall. So I walk through these shadows of the rain, letting go of everything that brings us pain. It's a gentle kind of hurting, a slow and steady ache, just watching how a fragile heart can softly learn to break. I will let the cold wind clear my head and leave the heaviest of words unsaid. Shadows of rain, chasing pale glow, letting you go. Flickering yellow street lamps paint the dark, tracing the boundaries of an empty park. An empty glass is sitting on the stand, cold like the final touch of your quiet hand. The winter wind is starting to arise, blowing under quiet graying skies. But the clock is ticking slower on the wall, tracing out the shadows in the hall. So I walk beneath the silent neon glow, chasing pale shadows down the empty street, where our old promises began to retreat. Your favorite wool coat is still by the door, casting a lonely shape upon the floor. Nobody whispers your name here anymore, yet I still listen closely to the door. But the clock is ticking slower on the wall, tracing out the shadows in the hall. So I walk beneath the silent neon glow, letting go of things we used to know. It's a gentle kind of breaking, a quiet sigh under the weight of an indigo sky. I will let the cold air clear my mind and leave the broken dreams behind. Leaving my heavy footsteps on the street, where our promises began to retreat. A flickering neon sign is casting purple light, drowning out the coldness of the quiet night. An empty glass is sitting on the stand, cold like the final touch of your quiet hand. But the clock is ticking slower on the wall, tracing out the shadows in the hall. So I'll walk through these footsteps in the mist, thinking of all the moments that we missed. It's a gentle kind of hurting, a slow and steady ache, just watching how a fragile heart can softly learn to break. I will let the cold wind clear my head and leave the heaviest of words unsaid. Staring at photographs, resting in dust, learning to let go of things we would trust. Your favorite jacket is still by the door, casting a lonely shape upon the floor. Nobody whispers your name here anymore, yet I still listen closely to the door. But the clock is ticking slower on the wall, tracing out the shadows in the hall. So I'll walk through these footsteps in the mist, will let the cold wind clear my head and leave the heaviest of words unsaid.
Heavy rain is tapping on the glass, a quiet marker of the hours that pass. An empty chair is sitting in the gloom, casting long shadows down the silent room. Unopened letters gather graying dust, a silent witness to our broken trust. But the winter wind is whispering your name, like a fragile spark that's lost its flame. So I'll walk through these vanished golden hours, leaving all our dreams under the showers. It's a gentle kind of breaking, a quiet sigh, under the weight of an indigo sky. Cold air clear my mind and leave the broken dreams behind. Echoes of yesterday are down the street, where our old footprints began to retreat. Your favorite jacket is still on the chair, but there is no warmth left lingering in the air. Nobody whispers your name here anymore, yet I still listen closely to the door. But the winter wind is whispering your name, like a fragile spark that's lost its flame. So I'll walk through these vanished golden hours, leaving all our dreams under the showers. It's a gentle kind of breaking, a quiet sigh, under the weight of an indigo sky. I will let the cold air clear my mind and leave the broken dreams behind. wish goes